Welcome back to Movies Are So Back, the YouTube movie review channel where I, Ethan Simmie, ask the question, are movies so back? The 35th installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe is here. Whether we wanted it or not, Captain America: Brave New World has been bestowed upon us, and it's bad. It's bad. It's very, very bad. This review is going to be spoiler-free, so I'm not going to be breaking down the post-credit scene, a post-credit scene that I thought was among one of the worst in Marvel's history, a very, very substandard scene, or like the final 10 minutes of this movie. So if you haven't seen the movie yet, you're in the clear. If that's interesting to you, drop a comment. Let me know if you want me to do a spoiler review of this film. You might have to pay me, though, to be honest, because this movie is so unfun and unentertaining, and frankly, a truly abysmal film in the writing stages. Now, here's the thing. People get all up in arms every single time Marvel drops a movie that people don't like it. And that's okay. If you liked this movie, I am genuinely happy for you. I think you should watch more movies and find other films to watch, but I'm genuinely happy for you. It's okay to not like a movie, and it's okay to have true, real criticism about that. I feel like I do here. So the writing for Captain America: Brave New World is abhorrent. It is genuinely one of the worst written films I've ever seen, and here's why. So the movie is basically built as if you are not watching. It is built for nobody to be paying attention to it, and it proves that in the first few minutes of this movie. It proves it in every single scene, because it's basically we're going to travel to this destination. We're going to go to a camp, and we're going to talk about going to the camp. We've arrived visually at the camp, and now we're going to be talking about how we arrived at the camp. It is literally a movie about talking about the movie. It is just explaining what is happening visually, and it's so infuriating. It is so freaking frustrating, and it's so uninteresting that I just did not have an ounce of fun while watching this movie. My other criticism about the film, not one that I really like to throw around with Marvel movies because it is so tired and people talk about it all the time, but the movie just looks bad. It genuinely looks bad. It looks terrible. It looks like this was half-assed on so many levels. Honestly, kind of laughably bad. I don't know how many scenes Harrison Ford and Anthony Mackie were even in, physically together. It just looks like they are talking to someone that's not there and reading off of cue cards, and then the other person gets inserted in post, and it just looked bad, and I didn't like that. I think that this movie sets a really dangerous precedent for the future of Marvel, the future of the box office. Now, it did do pretty good. It made almost $200 million globally in its opening weekend, which isn't bad considering how bad this movie is. It did receive a B- on CinemaScore, which is the lowest Marvel cinema score ever given. So that is troublesome. If I am Kevin Feige, I'm definitely worried about that. More so, I think that Marvel has gotten too big, and I don't want to turn this into a big MCU Marvel discussion, but they can't even manage the machine that they have built. There are too many loose ends. There are too many things to talk about, and they have not found a good, successful way to hone in on the stories that they really, really want to tell. This movie on paper is monstrously more interesting than it actually is on film. I think a political thriller about a president that is being played like a puppet by someone that is part of the Marvel Universe is very interesting. I think there's a lot there. I think there's a lot there with the relationship between Captain America and Isaiah, and I think there's good things there. That's why Falcon and the Winter Soldier was pretty good, actually, to be honest, a show that I liked a decent amount, and this just feels like a really poor extension of that idea and of that television show. Captain America: Brave New World, bad, really, 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 really bad. It's just bad. It is my 35th MCU movie in my rankings. It's the worst one. It's literally the worst one. I do hope that Thunderbolts will be better. I don't have a lot of faith, if I'm going to be honest with you, but there's always the possibility. I feel like we've hit a new bottom floor As we learned from Marvel, you can always dig out the bottom floor and create a new bottom floor. So I don't know about Thunderbolts. I hope it will be better. But Captain America Brave New World, the worst Marvel movie to date, without a doubt, without a question. And it is not a great spot for Marvel. It's not a great spot for the box office. It's not a great spot for me, a guy who just loved what Marvel was putting out 5 and 6 years ago. How the mighty have fallen. What did you think of Captain America Brave New World? Drop a comment below and let me know your thoughts on the film. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and hit the bell so you are always reminded when I do put out a new review of a movie or Severance, because I'm doing that on a weekly basis. And you can follow me on Letterboxd and see my honestly pretty harsh review of Captain America Brave New World on there as well, along with all of my other thoughts on all the other movies that I do watch. Hoping for better movies in my future videos. And I will see you next time.